Not every actor becomes a cultural phenomenon, but Timothée Chalamet did. In an era where Hollywood careers are built and destroyed in an instant, Chalamet has defied expectations, cementing himself as a once-in-a-generation talent. This 29-year-old movie star has gone from humble beginnings to a world of pure luxury, dressed in custom designer outfits worth hundreds of thousands of dollars and linked to some of Hollywood's biggest names. But that's just scratching the surface. With his striking looks, magnetic performances, and daring role choices, he's become the face of modern cinema, blending indie charm with blockbuster appeal. From his Oscar-nominated breakthrough in Call Me by Your Name to leading massive franchises like Dune and Willy Wonka, Chalamet has mastered the art of reinvention. But while his rise may seem effortless, his path to stardom was filled with rejection, career risks, and moments that could have derailed everything. So how did Timothée Chalamet go from a struggling theater kid to one of the most sought-after actors in Hollywood? And what controversies and setbacks nearly changed his fate? But before the worldwide fame, the red carpets, and the billion-dollar blockbusters, Timothée Chalamet was just a kid from New York with a dream and no guarantee of making it. While some actors seemed destined for success, his journey was anything but easy. From small roles to brutal rejections, his early years were defined by the kind of struggle that forces most aspiring stars to quit. But instead of walking away, he fought harder. Born on December 27, 1995, Timothée Chalamet grew up in Manhattan, New York, but his identity was shaped by two vastly different cultures. His mother, Nicole Flender, was a Broadway dancer and a former actress, exposing him to the world of performance from an early age. His father, Marc Chalamet, was a French journalist, which meant that Timothée spent summers in Le Chambon-sur-Lignon, France, immersing himself in the language and culture. This unique upbringing gave him a deep appreciation for both American and European storytelling, but it also created a quiet battle within him. Was he destined for the artistic chaos of New York, or did his future lie in the more refined world of French cinema? By the time he was a teenager, one thing was clear: Chalamet had an undeniable passion for acting. But in a city filled with aspiring performers, passion wasn't enough. If there was one place in New York where future stars were made, it was LaGuardia High School of Music and Art and Performing Arts, a school known for producing some of Hollywood's biggest names. From the moment he stepped into LaGuardia, Chalamet stood out. His drama teachers saw something in him, a raw, unfiltered talent that couldn't be taught. He wasn't just reciting lines, he was living them. His ability to completely lose himself in a role made him different from his classmates. During his time at LaGuardia, he performed in school plays, most notably starring in Cabaret, where his performance left the audience in awe. It was here that he honed the expressive, emotionally charged acting style that would later define his career. But while LaGuardia gave him the tools, Hollywood wasn't exactly rolling out the red carpet for him just yet. Chalamet's first brush with professional acting came through small TV roles, including a guest appearance in Law & Order. While it was a step in the right direction, it was far from a breakout moment. His first major on-screen role came in 2012 when he landed the part of Finn Walden in Homeland. The show was a massive success, and while his performance was praised, it wasn't enough to put him on Hollywood's radar just yet. Then came Christopher Nolan's Interstellar. In 2014, Chalamet played the role of Tom, the son of Matthew McConaughey's character. It was his first chance to be part of a major film, but his screen time was minimal. He later admitted that he left the premiere feeling devastated, realizing that he was barely in the film compared to his expectations. For many young actors, that would have been the moment to step away. Chalamet had the talent, but Hollywood wasn't giving him the opportunities he deserved. Frustrated by the lack of progress in his career, Chalamet took a step back. In 2015, he enrolled at Columbia University, hoping that an academic route might give him more stability, but just months into his studies, he felt suffocated. The structured academic life wasn't for him. Realizing that his passion was still in acting, he made the bold choice to transfer to NYU's Tisch School of the Arts, a place that offered more creative freedom. However, even there, he found himself feeling out of place. Chalamet was at a crossroads: continue playing it safe or go all in on his acting career. He made his choice. He dropped out of college altogether and decided to risk everything. Chalamet knew that if he was going to make it, he needed the right role. Then, in 2016, he came across a script that would alter the course of his career forever. Call Me by Your Name. Hundreds of actors auditioned for the role of Elio Perlman, a character that required vulnerability, depth, and an almost indescribable emotional intensity. Chalamet threw himself into the audition, channeling every ounce of passion he had. Director Luca Guadagnino saw something in him that no other actor had. When Chalamet got the call that he had landed the role, he knew this was his moment. But landing the role was one thing, proving that he could carry an entire film was another. To prepare, he spent weeks in Italy, learning how to speak Italian, play piano, and fully embody Elio's world. It was a level of dedication that many actors twice his age wouldn't have committed to. When Call Me by Your Name was released in 2017, it didn't just make waves, it became a cultural phenomenon. Chalamet's performance was unlike anything audiences had seen from an actor his age. He wasn't just playing a role, he was living it. His chemistry with co-star Armie Hammer felt painfully real. His expressions spoke louder than words, and his ability to convey raw emotion without overacting made the film unforgettable. At just 22 years old, Chalamet earned an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor, making him the youngest nominee in nearly 80 years. Overnight, he went from a struggling actor to one of the most talked-about names in Hollywood. But Chalamet knew that success in Hollywood is fleeting. Winning over critics was one thing, staying relevant was another. With his name now on everyone's radar, the real challenge was just beginning. Timothée Chalamet isn't just one of Hollywood's biggest stars, he's a symbol of effortless cool, blending wealth, artistry, and mystery like no other actor of his generation. While his performances have won him critical acclaim, his personal life and luxury lifestyle have kept fans and the media captivated. But unlike many A-listers who flaunt their wealth, Chalamet has built an aura of exclusivity. His fortune is massive, but the way he enjoys it is as carefully curated as his career choice. In Hollywood, young stars often rush to buy multi-million-dollar mega mansions, but Timothée Chalamet has taken a more refined approach. His real estate choices reflect his love for privacy, elegance, and artistic inspiration. One of his most well-known homes is a stunning Los Angeles property in the heart of the Hollywood Hills. With its modern architecture, sleek glass walls, and breathtaking views of the city, the house captures everything Chalamet stands for: minimalism, sophistication, and a touch of mystery. Unlike over-the-top celebrity mansions, his residence is designed for comfort rather than excess, offering a personal retreat where he can disconnect from the chaos of Hollywood. But for someone who grew up in New York City, Chalamet still maintains strong ties to his hometown. He has been spotted spending time in a high-end Manhattan apartment nestled in one of the most exclusive areas of the city. It's a space that allows him to remain close to the heart of the entertainment industry while soaking in the creative energy of New York. And then, there's his deep connection to France. Growing up bilingual with a French father, Chalamet spent summers in Le Chambon-sur-Lignon, a quiet countryside village known for its breathtaking landscapes. While he hasn't publicly confirmed ownership of property there, he's known to spend long periods in France, fueling speculation that he has a private European escape hidden from the public eye. His real estate investments aren't just about luxury, they reflect who he is as a person. He values spaces that offer artistic inspiration, quiet solitude, and a deep connection to the places that shaped him. Timothée Chalamet's approach to cars is much like his approach to fashion: selective, sophisticated, and effortlessly cool. One of the most eye-catching vehicles in his collection is his Porsche Taycan, a sleek, all-electric luxury car that perfectly matches his forward-thinking, eco-conscious image. The Taycan isn't just about performance, it's about innovation, a characteristic that aligns with Chalamet's own approach to his career. But he also has a love for classic elegance. He has been spotted in a vintage Mercedes-Benz, a car that reflects his appreciation for timeless beauty. Unlike many young stars who build massive car collections filled with hypercars, Chalamet chooses quality over quantity. More often than not, he opts for being chauffeured when attending major events, stepping out of luxury blacked-out SUVs that maintain an air of mystery. While some celebrities flash their wealth, Chalamet's choices feel purposeful. Every vehicle is a statement, every appearance carefully orchestrated. While many actors focus solely on their film careers, Chalamet has built a reputation as one of Hollywood's biggest fashion icons. His influence in the fashion world is undeniable. He has been the face of Heider Ackermann, Louis Vuitton, Prada, and Chanel, working with some of the most prestigious designers in the world. Unlike traditional male celebrities who stick to classic tuxedos, Chalamet takes risks, embracing looks that challenge gender norms and redefine modern masculinity. From his backless Haider Ackermann suit at the Venice Film Festival to his sparkling custom Louis Vuitton jumpsuit at the Oscars, every outfit he wears makes headlines. He doesn't just wear clothes, he starts conversations. His influence goes beyond just red carpets. He is a front-row fixture at Paris Fashion Week, attending exclusive shows for brands that see him as more than just an ambassador, they see him as the future of high fashion. His biggest endorsement to date is becoming the face of Chanel's Bleu de Chanel fragrance. This campaign wasn't just about selling a scent, it was about reinforcing Chalamet's status as the modern embodiment of elegance, youth, and effortless. Unlike actors who rely on stylists, Chalamet is deeply involved in crafting his looks, proving that his relationship with fashion is more than just business, it's personal. Chalamet's packed schedule requires constant travel, and he does it in the most luxurious way possible. He is frequently seen flying on private jets, ensuring a seamless and comfortable experience as he moves between Los Angeles, New York, Paris, and filming locations around the world. But while he has access to all the luxuries of private aviation, his travel style remains as effortlessly cool as the rest of his image. Some of his favorite destinations are the Amalfi Coast, where he's been spotted vacationing in the most exclusive five-star resorts. Also the French Riviera, a natural escape that connects him to his European roots. He also loves visiting the Caribbean, where he enjoys ultra-private beachfront properties that offer an escape from Hollywood's flashing cameras. Chalamet's ability to balance work and leisure shows that while he enjoys the finer things in life, he never loses sight of what truly matters: privacy, inspiration, and meaningful experience. Unlike many celebrities who rush into business ventures, Chalamet has been selective about where he puts his name. His Bleu de Chanel partnership is a perfect example. He waited for the right opportunity, aligning himself with a brand that matches his image. While he hasn't yet launched his own fashion line or production company, there's growing speculation that he will soon expand beyond acting. Many predict that in the coming years, he will either launch his own creative studio or collaborate on high-end fashion collections, further solidifying his influence beyond Hollywood. If there's one thing that's clear, Chalamet's approach to wealth isn't about excess. It's about carefully crafting a brand that will stand the test of time. Timothée Chalamet isn't just living a luxury lifestyle, he's redefining what it means to be a modern celebrity. While many actors chase traditional fame, Chalamet keeps his life exclusive, mysterious, and endlessly fascinating. His real estate choices, his car collection, his fashion influence, and his travel habits all reflect a level of refinement that sets him apart from his peers. But as his star continues to rise, the big question remains: will his carefully curated image remain untouched, or will the pressures of extreme wealth and fame change him over time? Timothée Chalamet has achieved what most actors dream of, balancing indie success with Hollywood fame. He's not just another A-list actor, he's a cultural force, shaping the future of cinema with every role he takes. But what makes his journey even more remarkable is that he's achieved all this without following the typical Hollywood formula. From shattering box office records to winning critical praise across genres, Chalamet has redefined the modern leading man. But beyond the numbers and accolades, it's his fearless recognition of his project, his ability to elevate every project he touches, and his refusal to play by Hollywood's rules that have cemented his legacy. In an industry that often forces actors to choose between artistic integrity and commercial success, Chalamet has mastered the balance of both. His starring role in Wonka proved that he's more than just an indie darling. He can carry a major studio film to box office glory. Despite early skepticism about the film, Wonka grossed over $600 million worldwide, making it one of the highest-earning musical films of all time. But what made his performance even more impressive was the level of preparation he put into the role. Unlike many actors who rely on post-production magic for musical performances, Chalamet insisted on doing all of his own singing and dancing. He spent months in intense vocal training, mastering the cadence of the classic Willy Wonka character while making it uniquely his own. Critics praised his performance, calling it whimsical, captivating, and refreshingly original. This wasn't just another paycheck for Chalamet, it was a demonstration of his commitment to pushing himself beyond expectations, and it worked. While most young actors shy away from period dramas, Chalamet has made them a defining part of his career, and he's set records while doing it. His portrayal of King Henry V in The King was a complete transformation, proving that he could handle the weight of historical dramas. He trained extensively in sword fighting, adopting a stoic, commanding presence that critics compared to some of the greatest Shakespearean performances in modern cinema. And then came Little Women. While the film featured an ensemble cast of powerhouse actors, Chalamet's portrayal of Laurie was widely regarded as one of the film's standout performances. His ability to bring depth to the character, balancing charm, heartbreak, and youthful arrogance, gave the film an emotional weight that resonated with audiences worldwide. But Little Women wasn't just another well-received film. It became a massive box office hit, grossing over $200 million globally. It was a rare example of a period drama thriving in the modern box office, proving that Chalamet's presence alone was enough to draw in audiences. Beyond the Oscars and mainstream awards, Chalamet has become a favorite at some of the world's most prestigious film festivals. His Venice Film Festival debut with Bones and All, a dark, twisted love story, was met with a 10-minute standing ovation, a rare honor that signaled just how much power his performances hold. Critics described his work in the film as hauntingly beautiful, proving once again that he can step into any genre and make it his own. He's also been a regular presence at Cannes, TIFF, and the New York Film Festival, receiving praise from some of the most respected directors and critics in the industry. His collaborations with visionary directors like Denis Villeneuve, Greta Gerwig, and Luca Guadagnino have only solidified his reputation as an actor who seeks out high-caliber storytelling rather than easy box office wins. But his influence doesn't stop with directors. His co-stars consistently praise his work ethic, dedication, and ability to bring something fresh to every project. One of Chalamet's biggest accomplishments isn't just in the roles he's played, it's in the company he keeps. Despite being one of Hollywood's youngest leading men, he's already worked alongside acting legends like Leonardo DiCaprio, Meryl Streep, Robert Pattinson, and Cate Blanchett. His ability to hold his own against industry titans is a testament to his skill, but it's also proof that he's respected by some of the greatest actors of all time. In Don't Look Up, he shared the screen with DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence, proving that even in a star-studded cast, he could still shine. In The French Dispatch, he became a Wes Anderson favorite, effortlessly slipping into the director's unique cinematic style. The fact that some of the most revered directors and actors of our time actively seek him out is a major accomplishment on its own. When Dune premiered in 2021, it wasn't just another sci-fi release, it was an event, and at the center of it was Timothée Chalamet, taking on the most complex role of his career. Playing Paul Atreides wasn't just about delivering lines, it was about embodying a character with immense psychological depth, a journey of transformation, and the pressure of leading an entire franchise. With Dune Part 2 set to expand on his character's evolution, Chalamet is solidifying himself as one of the most important figures in modern sci-fi. Few actors can say they've carried a billion-dollar franchise while still maintaining their indie credibility, but he's done exactly that. Despite all these achievements, what makes Chalamet's career even more impressive is that he's still in the early stages of his journey. He's already been nominated for an Oscar, BAFTA, Golden Globe, and SAG award. He's carried films across multiple genres: romance, sci-fi, historical drama, horror, and musical. He's one of the few actors of his generation to dominate both box office and critical acclaim. And yet he's still in his 20s. With upcoming projects that include Dune Part 2, an anticipated Bob Dylan biopic, and potential collaborations with some of the greatest filmmakers alive, Timothée Chalamet is far from finished. The question isn't whether he'll continue to break records, it's how much further he can push the boundaries of modern cinema. Timothée Chalamet has crafted an image of quiet mystery and effortless cool, but even he hasn't escaped controversy. While he's avoided major career-damaging scandals, his rise to fame has come with its share of criticism, unexpected backlash, and controversies that have kept the internet talking. From intense public scrutiny over his relationships to heated debates about nepotism, questionable film choices, and on-set feuds, Chalamet has found himself at the center of Hollywood drama more than once. But has any of it actually threatened his career? and has his carefully curated image made him immune to Hollywood's usual pitfalls, or is it only a matter of time before his controversies catch up to him? For years, Chalamet managed to keep his personal life low-key and carefully protected. While the public speculated about his relationships, he was rarely seen engaging in high-profile romances, until Kylie Jenner entered the picture. When rumors surfaced that Chalamet was dating one of the most famous women on the planet, fans were shocked, confused, and divided. The internet erupted with reactions, as many struggled to reconcile his indie, artsy heartthrob persona with Jenner's highly publicized, billionaire socialite lifestyle. The backlash was immediate. Critics accused Chalamet of compromising his image for clout, while others claimed the relationship was nothing more than a PR stunt designed to keep both of them in the headlines. Paparazzi photos of the two at Beyoncé's concert and the US Open only fueled the controversy, with some fans outright refusing to believe the relationship was genuine. But the biggest question? Would dating Kylie Jenner hurt his carefully crafted brand? For an actor known for his selective roles and underground cool factor, being linked to one of the Kardashian-Jenner clan seemed off-brand. Some die-hard fans even claimed they were losing interest in him, believing that his involvement with Jenner signaled a shift toward Hollywood's mainstream celebrity culture. Chalamet, however, never addressed the rumors or the backlash. His silence only added to the mystery. Was he ignoring the controversy, or did he simply not care? Few films launched Chalamet into the spotlight like Call Me by Your Name, the 2017 romance that earned him an Oscar nomination and widespread acclaim. Naturally, talk of a sequel began circulating almost immediately. Director Luca Guadagnino confirmed that a follow-up was in the works, teasing a continuation of Elio's story. But just as excitement built, a major scandal changed everything. Armie Hammer, Chalamet's co-star, became the subject of serious allegations. Hammer's controversy sent shockwaves through Hollywood, and suddenly, a sequel that once seemed inevitable was put in jeopardy. Fans debated whether the film could move forward without him, and Chalamet's silence on the matter only fueled speculation. Some critics accused him of deliberately distancing himself from the project to protect his career, while others defended his decision to stay out of a legal and ethical minefield. Regardless, the film's future remains uncertain, and for now, Chalamet has moved on to other projects. But the situation raised an important question. How much control does Chalamet really have over his career choices? And is his silence during controversies a smart move or a calculated risk? As Hollywood's Nepo baby debate gained momentum, Chalamet found himself at the center of the controversy. Though he's widely recognized for his raw talent and breakout performances, critics have pointed out that his rise wasn't as unlikely as some might believe. His mother, Nicole Flender, was an actress and Broadway performer, and his uncle is a renowned filmmaker. While not as direct as some other nepotism cases, these connections still gave him access to an industry that's notoriously difficult to break into. The internet wasted no time weighing in. Some defended Chalamet, arguing that nepotism might open doors but talent keeps them open. Others, however, pointed out that his early roles in Hollywood likely weren't just luck. Chalamet himself has never directly addressed the nepotism debate, letting his work speak for itself. But in a time when audiences are more critical of Hollywood privilege than ever, the conversation around his advantages versus his talent remains a lingering controversy. Though Chalamet has earned a reputation as a dedicated and professional actor, not every co-star has had glowing things to say about him. During the filming of Bones and All, rumors surfaced that Chalamet clashed with production over creative differences. While the exact details were never revealed, some insiders suggested that he had become more demanding on set, a stark contrast to the charming, easygoing image he presents in public. Additionally, there have been rumors of friction between him and other actors, particularly during Dune Part 1. With such a star-studded cast, tensions were bound to arise, and some reports hinted at competitive energy between him and other male leads as they competed for attention in the massive franchise. While none of these stories have spiraled into full-blown scandals, they hint at a side of Chalamet that the public rarely sees, a young actor fiercely protective of his craft and career. While many actors jump at the chance to join a billion-dollar franchise, Chalamet has been extremely selective with his roles. He famously turned down superhero roles, despite being one of Hollywood's most sought-after young stars. While this has solidified his credibility as an artist, some industry insiders have questioned whether his refusal to take more commercial roles could backfire in the long run. Not every passion project is a guaranteed hit. While Bones and All was praised critically, its box office numbers were underwhelming, raising concerns about Chalamet's ability to consistently draw large audiences outside of major franchises. If he continues to resist mainstream Hollywood projects, will he maintain his momentum, or could he risk being boxed in as an indie star rather than a true A-list actor? Unlike many celebrities who engage with their controversies head-on, Chalamet has mastered the art of silence. When backlash hits, he rarely responds, letting the conversation unfold without his interference. This strategy has largely worked in his favor. By refusing to feed into the drama, he has maintained an air of mystery that keeps fans and critics intrigued. But as his career continues to grow, the question remains, how long can he maintain this level of control? The world of Hollywood is unpredictable, and while Chalamet has navigated his controversies with precision, one wrong move could change everything. Timothée Chalamet has already achieved what most actors spend a lifetime chasing, but his career is still in its early chapters. He's built an empire on talent, selectivity, and a carefully crafted image. But with Hollywood constantly evolving, his biggest challenge may still be ahead. With Dune Part 2 set to be one of the biggest films of the year and a Bob Dylan biopic in development, Chalamet continues to prove that he isn't interested in playing it safe. He has established himself as an actor who thrives on transformation, but many wonder, will he take on an entirely new role behind the camera? Having worked with visionary directors like Christopher Nolan, Denis Villeneuve, and Greta Gerwig, it wouldn't be surprising if Chalamet transitions into producing or directing in the near future. His artistic sensibilities, combined with his experience in both indie films and blockbuster franchises, could position him as one of the next great storytellers in Hollywood. Outside of acting, his influence in fashion, branding, and endorsements is only growing. With his partnership with Chanel, many speculate that he could launch his own fashion line or further integrate himself into the world of high-end collaborations. And then, of course, there's the question of whether he will ever step into a major franchise beyond Dune. Will he finally accept a superhero role, or will he continue to carve his own lane outside of Hollywood's biggest properties? Did you know that while Timothée Chalamet rose to fame through artistic expression, there's a controversial figure who's maintained power on the world stage for over 2 decades? Well, that's Vladimir Putin, who went from KGB agent to becoming one of the most influential political leaders in modern history, and you can learn about his ridiculously secretive billion-dollar lifestyle by clicking on your screen now.